What an exciting way to start today's show. Big ups to the producer. I don't know why producer decided to play this for the long video, but then big ups to producer Coca. It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and you're welcome to Entertainment TV live on Metro TV. I mean, we started with the Super Bowl 2022 halftime show, and that performance we are hoping that by September 3rd, it wins an Emmy for the first time. Yeah, welcome to the show. In the next 1 hour, it's all about entertaining stories and interesting conversations. My name is Anaya Tanobwache, and I'm not doing this by myself. I'm doing this with Helen Anyiweja, a.k.a. Helen K.
You got that right.
Thank you. And Desmond Kweku dancer, Desi the Star Boy, fading.
Yep. So
the name there is easy.
The name is Kweku. But guys, you're welcome to the show. And as you said, in the next one, we've got you covered, entertainment, everything, and great conversations that we're bringing to your doorsteps. If you move an inch, you're going to miss this because we played that video for a purpose.
Yeah.
And that purpose is for us to talk about performances in Ghana, looking at miming, live performances and also the hybrid of it. That is a mixture of both the miming and also the live performance. So that's what our discussion is going to be today. And we've got some great guests who will join us on set today so we can talk about this. And trust me, you do not want to miss any part of this show. We are live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana and also on DSTV channel 277. As Nana says always, make sure that you follow us on all our platforms on Instagram. Metro TV GH.
Underscore GH.
Yeah. Also on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Very, very important. You get to watch all of that this later on there. So let's zoom straight into our conversation as I introduce our guests for today. So let me begin with the ladies first. I mean, I love this band. They when episode dropped at the other one, I mean, they were on there. And she is the leader of the group. And she's a keyboardist with the group. And she is Sita, Efiye Korley. Sita, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon, thank you.
It's nice to see that someone can play, like a lady can play the keyboard like that. So Sita is joining us for this conversation, and also Sita next to her is Sitso Music. Yes, he's a high live musician. He's like a real live band performer. Sort of. Yeah, Sitso, you're welcome.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for having
Great,
me.
good to have you here. And also, this man, anytime I get to talk about him, it was some artists say some other things, but today we're here for some other things. Kweku Darlington, good afternoon, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Onipa, it's good to see you.
Thank you.
So, as you know, we're talking about performances, live performances, miming, and also the hybrid of it. Let me start with Sitso. You are a keyboardist, you're an instrumentalist. In your line of duty, is it every artist that you have seen who is able to do live performances?
No, it's not every artist so far. And the ones that are able to do it with a band, they struggle a lot. And those that are also, there are those that are free, moving, they can easily blend with a band. And there are some that find difficulties in doing so. Because it's two things to record live and also to record digital without, and so when they do that, some people have, I would say voice problems.
Okay.
When they are musicians, in the sense that when they record in the studio, there are touches that are done on their voices. So it comes out sounding very nice. But when it's live, they have challenges in pitching. So they are not able to hit the notes that you actually hear in the songs being done beautifully. They can't do that live. So then sometimes they would either have to let the backing vocalists do those high notes for them when, while they have to do the low notes or the comfortable part, or they have to change keys in which they do it. So if originally they were doing it maybe in a C sharp, they would come and do it in a much lower key to feel comfortable, to be able to pitch well. Yeah, so it's not that easy with most of them. And those, unless you are musically inclined. There are some people who don't only sing, but also play an instrument,
Okay.
which guides them to be able to, hear their notes properly, so that they are able to sound well, so they are able to tell when they are going off or they are in key.
Okay. Well, we are having this discussion also because on the back of conversations we've had, artists say mintio, and all of those things, and people are really mad about that on social media. People always expressing, mintio, and all of those things. Kweku, how did you start? Did you start as someone who understood music in that sense that you could do live band, or you started just as, you hop on stage, you do the miming, and it came later?
Honestly, for me, I started with the miming.
Okay.
As a young chap coming up, I started with the miming, performing my songs, like the MP3, then I'll be singing along to it.
Okay.
Yo, mintio, like we've all mintio, yeah, it's normal. So, growing up, I think I went to a reality show that, we were doing performances with live band. So I got used to that. So right from there, I started learning from there, because I realized, live band, when it comes to live band, a lot of hard work is involved. You need to, be used to so many things, the keys and everything, know your range, everything. Yeah. So when it comes to live band, it's a broad thing. It's a broad thing. When we are used to the live band, that is where we call you a musician.
Okay.
That's for my side. That is where I feel like we should call you a musician, because everybody can be an artist. Everybody can do a song in the studio, blah blah. But when it comes to live band, that is when you can differentiate between an artist and a musician.
And a musician. Sitso, let me take your initial comments also. How did you start?
I started from the church.
Okay.
And so, definitely when you are in the church, you can mime. And so it's definitely live. And I started when I was very young. So live band and Sitso is just like cheese and ice. We've been like that.
Okay.
So, yes. And so I started from the church. So it's been like that. So
Interesting.
I feel very itchy, very uncomfortable when I play mime. I
You've never done that before?
I have, but I flop a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, if you'd give me 10,000 Ghana cedis to mime and you give me 5,000 Ghana cedis to play live, I'll go for live.
Hey, Sitso.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm telling you. You know why?
Why?
Okay. You can't watch a mime performance like for 10 years.
That's true.
But when you give me 10,000 cedis from here to where I live, it will finish. I can buy clothes, and then I'm done. And they're like, we are done.
Yeah.
No matter how bad a song is, when you play it live, it would forever remain and you'll be proud. Why? Because the keyboardist is crazy, the guitarist is crazy, the bassist is crazy, and you yourself. And so you've been covered up like that. I get in it.
Okay.
And so the song is like evergreen. No matter how bad the song is, once it's being played live, it is evergreen. That is why I said I'd want to take that small money and sit back and be proud and go like, ooh, can you feel that? I get in it.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
But does miming depreciate an artist? The value of an artist is anyway. Is miming bad?
Miming is not bad, but this is it. Live band connects more.
Okay.
I can be in my room and still play the songs. I can play Kweku's song in my room. So
Yeah.
what's the difference between me coming to watch you still do the same thing?
Okay.
And so it has to be different.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, that you should know that when you are on stage performing, there are people who are actually taking coverage. People are watching with their phones and people are shooting with their phones and stuff. That video should be on the person's phone for a long time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, that
Okay.
no matter where you find yourself, it is important for you to play live than to mime, because mime, you fade away. And so if you're a musician and you are listening, you are watching, I think the earlier, the better.
Okay.
Because you'd have to sit back and watch yourself when you are in your 60s and 70s and go like, my song is still popping.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
My
but
song
do
is
you
still
see,
popping.
sorry, but on the airwave now, most of the time, people doing performances, do you feel Ghanaian artists, irrespective of the genre, understand the importance of live performance?
I think this is a bigger platform to still do the education.
Okay. So that means the education is
before
not
then,
really there.
Yes, if before then they didn't understand,
Okay.
they should begin to understand from now. It is important for you to, if you really want to be a legend, if you really want to be relevant, you should psych up your mind and begin to take that risk. Let me tell you something. I had a gig for a very popular musician, I can't mention his name, and then it was live. And then initially, I didn't tell him it was live. Okay, and then it was being played by the immigration band. Now, this is it. And so when I told him that, yo, I have a gig for you, 15,000. He was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll play. So I was like, okay, so I'll link you up with them. I was like, it's live band though. You're like, eh? Catch from said 20,000. You know that the live band, I'm like, immigration band for nobody. We're like, immigration band too. I'll be timid. I'll be like, and this is one great guy that people will see and go like, and trip for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, and so because it is live, you are taking 20,000. Why? Because you think it's a challenge.
Okay.
A challenge that will put in more effort.
He'll put in more work.
And so the thing is that, you know, when you're a musician and you are asleep, and then, you know, you wake up to see a message. Oh, yo, I have a show for you in Holland or wherever it is. You are happy. Yo, but when they tell you it is live band, I tell you, when you're not good, you can't sleep.
Yeah.
You don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
This is a gig. This is in Holland. For Christ's sake, they're taking calls. They're taking, and once it is live, you wish you'd have said, yo, can we turn this down?
Yeah.
Can I not go? You get what I mean? And so you've lost something there.
True.
Live band makes you feel proud. There is nothing like the sound is low, the beat is. I get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And each and every time new songs come, when you do a song, and then you promote the song and you perform the song mime. Within 24 hours, there can be 24 songs from all over the country.
Okay.
But when it is live, it is a giant. It will still stand.
Okay,
Live
but
band
then-
is important.
All right, that's fine. I wanted to find out from Sita. You know, you were initially talking about how some musicians struggle, especially when it comes to live performances. Do you think that it's because they don't really understand music, or, you know, sometimes you are able to play some instruments and all that. Some of them, for instance, don't even know how to play the keyboard or anything. They have no idea. Could that be the problem? Could that be the reason why it's very difficult for them when it comes to live performances?
This is a bit of a question. Yes and no. Generally, I think every artist who says is a musician should know how to play an instrument.
This conversation.
At least one.
Period.
This one.
On God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then you would not even look down on instrumentalists,
Okay.
as
Okay.
you call it. But we are all musicians.
Okay.
But they say artist, instrumentalist.
Instrumentalist.
What makes you different
Different
from me?
from- yeah.
You know, we are all musicians, we are all artists, because my input will make your work stand out.
Yeah.
Right? And the other problem,
Mastering. It's not like we want to get there, but we want to do better from the mintio.
Yes.
That's I know, right?
But Kweku, at what show do you determine that I want to do this live band, or I just want to do this?
Sometimes it depends on the organizers. I mean,
Okay.
the kind of show I'm attending. If it is
Okay.
like a jam, probably I'm going to mine.
Yeah.
If it's like, a certain event or something, I prefer live band.
You prefer the live band?
Because, the root of Ghanaian music, that is high life. All these people that started high life are music inclined people. They are typical, high life people,
Yeah.
live band people, I would
Yeah.
say. And now when you go internationally, even at the BETs, the Grammys, now everybody is doing live band.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
are performances.
Yes.
Everybody
I
is
think
doing live
Fireboy
band.
did the live
Yeah.
performance
Yeah.
at the BT.
Yeah. So even at the international stages right now, they are all doing live band. How much more?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
But
should
you
be
know,
learning
some-
a lot from them.
But then some of the musicians, you know, they will complain that, look, they are not being appreciated enough and all that. But then at the end of the day, they don't put in a lot of work. You know, she was actually talking about laziness. And some people have complained that Ghanaian musicians are very lazy. They don't put in a lot of work. Even when it's time for them to go on the show and all that, they will not rehearse. They just jump off and then go on the show. What would you have to say about that?
That's one of the reasons why people
Yeah.
don't prefer live band. It involves a lot of
A lot
hard
of
work.
hazel.
Right.
Yeah, me for instance, I wasn't a keyboardist, but then I started everything by myself. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'll be home and I'll just be on the keyboard. I don't know what, I'll just be there, pa. At the end of the day, I'll get something. I'll be at least
Some melodies
used
will
to
be
the
coming.
sound, the keys and everything. So when I'm being called for a live band performance or something, I'm already done with the keys I want to sing in. How I want to arrange the things before I even go for rehearsal. Then I'll tell them, okay, with this part, I want to do this thing. I want us to arrange something like this. At this side, let's do this, let's do this.
Okay.
So, the band will even feel me, communicating with them. So it makes it easy with them, working with them.
Because sometimes when people don't rehearse, you can't even communicate with people you are going to perform.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
just
Come
go
in
on
with.
and then
Yeah.
they start performing.
And there are some
Rather
shows you even get there and sometimes you don't even know it's a live band. You just get there, oh, Charlie, you're a live band, or 1 year, what do you prefer?
Which one do you prefer?
Yeah, that's where I was coming to.
Yeah.
You see, most of the time, you mentioned something about the event organizers determining which one which one is going to go, as in High Life or the Mintio. If you take a show like with the High Life legends like the Machide days, you know, of course, these. You see, growing up on their musical journey, I feel it was part of them.
Yeah,
it was part and parcel of them. Yes. Whatever they do, it is live band. Whatever they do, but our new generation, it is not so. It is not so.
Yeah, because they feel like the new ones, they are not used to the live band. Because I went last year December, I was on the same show with Ofuram Point and KK Fosu. There was a live band set for Ofuram Point and KK Fosu, but they felt like, no, we can't do live band.
You can't do it, so they gave you
so
a DJ set also.
So why don't you, as the artist, add it to your crafts and demand for it? So that it becomes like what you were saying. You don't need to separate you, instrumentalists of the year, and then artists. No, why don't we put it together so that it becomes your package?
My package.
Like, yes, your package, Kweku Darlington's package.
Me, for instance, I blew up with a drill music.
Yeah.
So people felt like, a drill song, a hip hop song. It doesn't mean no. I like this. It took me like a show on TV that I did a live performance that people were like, oh, okay, so this guy
can do it this way.
Like, so that was when organizers started approaching me with live band performances. Okay, show, it's a live band. Okay, I'm good. I'll play.
Okay. Yeah. So the other thing also is that he started High Life. Automatically, it's live band.
Yes.
Yeah. Reggae dancer, they can do live band, but rap,
hip hop,
drill, those around that space don't necessarily or did not necessarily start with live band. So now they are the problem in quotes. So if you look at the performances over the years, we've talked about VGMA and all the others. The setup they'll do will be for the High Life and those others, and now they'll do the DJ sets for the others. And then it moved on to a point where now it was becoming more that there were smooth transitions from High Life artists, then straight it goes to, the one Sinaso will perform, then King Promise will come, then it continues like that. So if you are a rapper or you're a hip hop person and you don't put yourself into live band performances, you miss out in there. And everybody's going to jump to the High Life bit or the live band bit.
And now so many things are changing.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting used to the live band.
But this is where I want to come in. Okay. I do Afrobeat.
Okay.
Aside High Life, and then there are similarities. Okay. Live band necessarily doesn't mean you need a full band.
Okay.
And so it means that even if you do hip hop, you could have still done like a live band like from day one.
Okay.
That is where the hybrid comes in. When you do drill, Kweku, there are some of the songs that the bass was played live.
Yeah.
And so why won't you take the bass off and then let someone play live on stage? That is live. So why don't you take the lead rap out and then rap live?
Okay.
And so there are some drills that have, now they use the console and all that. It's still live. And so some songs you have lead guitars. And so why don't you take it off from the studio and then let someone play live for you?
I think I'm feeling what Sitso is saying.
And that's also taking me into this, like, what are some characters someone should possess so that we can say, okay, this person is a great live performer? And do you think you have performed live for some period of time? Do you think that you possess those characters?
Every single bit of it I do. Do you know why? I take judgments from the people who absorb it, the consumers.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I take it from, I have actually done a lot of mime and I have seen the results, comparing it to when I do live. It's crazy. You should watch me do it.
Yeah.
It is
mentioned
crazy.
when you are doing live, it helps you to connect to the
I
audience.
connect so much.
I thought that Yentio is connecting.
I'm like, when I say it connect,
okay.
When I say it connect, if you would actually do exactly what you did in the studio on stage, you are not a musician.
Okay.
You should be able to change in between, like something.
Right. When you are in the studio, you are confined, you are limited. You have just 3 minutes. You have to do the same thing, and even the studio tell you, can you do the same thing again? But when you're playing live, there's nothing like, can you do the same thing again?
Harmonies and everything.
Can you do something different?
Yes.
Can you do something different? So these are the two. And so when you want to, live band is healthy. Trust me, when you start doing live band, you live long.
You love it.
You live long. You not just love
But
it. You
in
live
Ghana,
long.
you live long.
Yes.
Good. But in Ghana, live performance, miming, hybrid, which is more common?
Miming.
Miming is taking over, right?
Miming is more common.
Yeah.
But don't forget, I mean, when it comes to shows, I mean, now the people, Ghanaian artists, people are booking for shows outside.
Yes.
Live band performance.
Yeah,
Really
for
live
even
band.
outside.
Live band performance.
Yeah.
You can't book from Brody to, I mean, in the American and let him perform.
Yeah, you know,
With a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all these shows that are
consumers
paying huge.
Yeah,
True.
consumers have grown, they've evolved. You don't have a choice now. Like now, you the musician don't have a choice. You give them what they want.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they have actually listening to you on phone and in their speakers in their cars over and over.
True.
But if I have to pay double amounts of money to come and watch you, you don't give me like the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get-
So Sita, to you, one of my favorite performances that I can watch over and over is Davido at the O2.
Yeah.
It was hybrid and the live performance also.
Yeah.
How do we imbibe that in the artists? How do they get to understand that? Because usually we talk about them being, they enter studio, Charlie, be vibe, be vibe, then they drop the tune. And then later they don't think about the performances. They think it's always going to be the jams.
Yes.
How should we be able to let them understand the live band thing?
Well, I think that naturally they do. But they are just refusing, or they feel that sometimes they would, clip it on the youth, that, the youth only enjoy miming.
Yeah.
So, okay, but these days, trust me, like when there's live band, the response even from the youth is amazing. And so we can put it together. I mean, in Europe, in US, it's been done already. So you would even watch live shows, where they are doing all the beats. The DJ is doing all the beats while the band is playing.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, it's on the record, and even better, because in live performance, you get to add more things. You get to create new things that you didn't have on record. And that is where he is talking about the crazy part, because you have met a bassist who is doing something different. And with the bassists, they have other things they play, with the keyboards. We have synthesizers, which they use to mime or to make it sound like it will sound from the record,
Yeah.
So it sounds very original. That's the
something.
original thing. So it sounds very original. And when they play that, and they do all the, these days, the, the synthesizer sounds they use on some of these songs, the pads and all that, they are all there in our keyboards.
Yeah.
It's from
Orchestrate
the
and everything.
keyboard you inserted into the computers to play these things. So why can't you then, produce it live?
Produce it live.
I mean, and so, and the good thing about live performance, you as the composer have your idea that you have
are
put
part of producing the
on
song.
the song. The producer has also put something, but when you come live, now the other musicians you are going to meet are going to put in more things that will make your song even much more beautiful than it was in the studio. So the bassist is going to create something. Some of the songs, you see that when they even play it live, it sounds totally different from...
There used to be a twist to it.
Yes. Like, for instance, we played Atia with a episode. When he brought us the one he recorded, it was, a bit different. So we created our version of it.
Okay.
And then we played it with him. So it sounded a bit, and we got to add a bit more punches at certain points of the song. And then it created more fun to the song. Also, even if the song is beautiful, by the time it comes to the musicians who are playing it live, it becomes even much more beautiful, because then you are even going to include different styles of music into it. You can change it, some part of it to play maybe like high life, some part of it will go like, jazz maybe, so you can inculcate a lot of
so
things.
These are the elements you do to twist it.
To twist the song, right. So if it's live, I mean, it is even to your advantage. As a musician, artist, or as a composer
also, there have
of the
been
song.
times when we have seen people perform and then we listen to their song, we enjoy it, we jam to it, but then when they come live on set or on stage, we are unable to enjoy it. Actually, instead of it to be better, it's actually worse. What's the problem? How can they even work around
There's that one also.
Right.
You see, you see, the thing is that because you have heard the already recorded thing, or it becomes boring to you when you are going to hear the same thing, and probably the person even standing in front of you is not even going to sing. He's going to say, yes,
so this is the secret. Where live band is like an exam. Live band is for you to exhibit whatever that you think you have learnt. Let me say it this way. The reason why most people don't do live band is the fear of forgetfulness. They might forget their lyrics. You are exposed. Everyone everybody. You are doing 5, 10 songs. And this is a song that you did 2017, 2018. That you yourself, you are even having some wife or girlfriend. You are having issues already. And then you've been called. And so mine makes it easier for you. You just play, take your money and go. So sometimes, all these things are just strategies for you. You can never escape it when it is live. And so the thing is that you can never stop studying or learning music. You learn music every second. And so you are like a student, a brilliant student. And so whoever does live band is like a brilliant student. It's like the most brilliant
So don't
student.
you think whatever you are saying, like you being on your toe, studying, like listening to everything, it is because you do live performance. That is why. It's like people who don't they don't study. Does it come with because you do the live performance?
Like I just explained.
You study. So those who do not do it,
No, this is the thing. I told you that live band necessarily doesn't mean you need a full band. So those who don't should. Why? Just go take the lead vocal off. It is still live.
Just something that would sound different.
So that you can still be on your toes.
Yeah. But even if, like, for example, you saying that people forget their lines, it happens.
Yes.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
But if you are constantly doing the live performance, do you think you forget your lines?
It comes to you.
It comes to you naturally.
The other burden goes to the organizers
people like
of
to be in
shows.
their comfort zone.
But
don't like stress.
Still, trust me, people do end up forgetting their lines, even
When they're doing live.
When they're doing like,
But you know one thing about live is even
times.
when you forget your lyrics, you have something to
Because the
live band, you have something to cover up.
And even with live, I feel people are having a conversation with you,
Yes.
telling you stuff. I listen to Kojo a lot, and whenever I go for Kojo program in December, you feel what you got this year is what you get the next year, but it changes.
It changes, yes.
He's doing something new, so it comes back to what you were saying. That it makes you be on your toes.
Yes.
You are studying 24/7, but if you are doing the miming, you become
That
relaxed.
is selfishness from our artist. Because
Wait, why are you pointing here?
Oh no, not
That's why you be straight subliminal.
don't be that.
No, which artist is there?
It's selfishness from our artists because you have fans who listen to you
24/7,
they watch your music,
yeah.
they stream your whatever, and then they want an experience, and then they come to your concert, and it's the same thing, and you're rather telling them to sing for you.
But miming is also important. It can be very important and nice when you know how to handle it.
At what point?
This is it. Music is broad. Like my sister said, if you want to be, there's a difference between a musician and an artist.
Of course.
You are a musician when you can play an instrument. Are you getting it? And so when you can play an instrument, Kojo told me when you can play an instrument, you are a musician. You're not an artist. This is the thing. When you are a musician, or even when you are an artist, not necessarily, I should know that, okay, this wire, when I join it to that wire, this thing might blow. That camera there might blow.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean I should be an electrician. But I should have an idea.
Obviously.
So when you're going to do it, I'll tell you this thing is wrong, this thing is bad.
Yeah.
So even if I can play, I should know.
Yeah.
So when you are an artist, you should know this is my treble, this is my tenor, this is my alto, this is my bass. Okay, so I did mime. Okay, I want to do mime. I can do live. But the lead chorus,
Yeah.
the one that is outstanding is probably in treble.
Yeah.
So why don't I do tenor?
Some
Okay.
like
Or why don't I
You
do
change
the
it.
high octave or
Yeah.
something.
so that
Change
at least I
the
can stand out.
pitches,
Yeah.
So
the
it is still
ranges.
mime.
Yeah.
But you are just trying to. So once you know all these your parts, you know that okay. So wherever treble comes in, I'll switch
Yeah.
and I'll do auto, and they'll go like, oh, who did that?
But
Same
I mean, how many
artist.
people do
But
that?
Kweku,
So
have
the
you
thing
ever
is that-
considered all
the
these
thing is
things
that when
he's
you are
talking
not
about?
ready,
Most of
you
the times,
don't
I mean, when
start.
I'm mime, I do all these things. Sometimes, you just don't go with the normal one.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Because
you
I
just
don't
go,
know, he's actually educating me,
yeah,
and I like it that
Sometimes
way.
I just go with maybe a high octave.
You know,
or,
someone who does that, Kelvin Boy, he does that a lot.
Yeah,
Scott
sounds
Boy is
so
a,
good.
he's a church boy. He's a band.
So he
guy.
sings,
So he
he
knows
sings
it.
the tenor or the alto to sound
Yeah.
different.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
from
the
we've got a
line.
few minutes. I mean, we're loving this
We are
conversation.
having this conversation.
And then
I
also
was even coming to talk about Walasi has a whole album which was done with a live performance, like a whole album. And when he did that, I thought maybe Ghanaians will not really appreciate it or accept it, but my oh my.
You know, Sack did the Mary
People-
album. Sack did the Mary
Yes.
album also, and people loved
So,
it.
I mean, we should, it's a challenge. It's a new experiment.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
do it, it will
we
be
need to.
so good.
And I think that the organizers of shows are also now putting artists to the test.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
That if
Yes.
you are not able to
but
perform,
I mean, one
Yeah.
thing is.
Oh no, they should let us flow. They shouldn't put us on
Right.
Oh no.
Yeah, talking about
No.
Kolasis project, I mean, you should ask yourself, how many times do Ghanaians appreciate songs like that?
Yeah, that's why I said I was even surprised. But
Yeah.
I mean, the older folks, they do love it because they understand the whole the
That's it.
Dasibre and
That's it. Yeah, because you even ask
Yeah.
yourself, what are the kind of songs they nominate for the Africans, the slot they have at the Grammys?
Yes.
That is the world music.
Yeah, the
It's-
world
it's-
music.
It's not a hip hop song.
me, I
No, no,
think-
no, no, no,
It's,
no.
it's a
Yeah.
cultural
Angelique
music and it
Kidjo
comes with the
can
band.
do-
Yes.
it comes with the
Yes.
performance.
To me, I think
Yeah.
I think Ghanaians loving Walasi's song is just a bonus or a plus. He didn't focus on Ghanaians for that album.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He didn't at all. And the thing is, you don't need Ghanaians to. You don't need a song to blow. You need
Yes.
a song to
Do
stay relevant.
something good.
Yeah.
Do something
But
good.
is that thing
Yeah.
working right now?
What?
It's not working
I
here.
need those songs, those kind of songs to stay relevant in
Yeah.
Ghana.
Do you know?
No,
do you know
that's why
songs
he's
you don't stay
saying.
relevant
That's
in
why he's
Ghana.
saying it's not
Let
really
me tell you.
Ghana.
Do you know
Okay.
Ibotela?
Yeah,
Yes.
Ibotela is 80 something. He's still
Ibotela,
playing shows.
Ibotela made his biggest hit in his 70s.
Yes. Yeah.
And so why do we let me tell you, when you are young, 17, 18, 19, 20, and you blow early, start to cry.
Yeah.
Because when you fade, that's the end.
You've got to.
Yeah.
You know,
And so when you make it
let's-
in your
let's-
40s,
True.
you are lucky.
Sitso, you know, one of the artists that performed that I have maximum respect when it comes to live. When I saw him perform live, was the Talk. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw him perform with was it Santrophy?
Santrophy.
They went to Germany and he performed live band. And I was like, yo. So it's not just about you know all of that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Sarkodie's Obede, number one. If he plays live,
it will
Sounds
be
really
crazy
crazy.
with
The
the
thing is,
band.
when someone does
punches and
live,
everything.
when someone does live, you put premium on the person. You see
Yeah.
the person in a different way.
Yeah.
So that's
And I'm so happy producer played this because these artists who we are
Hip-hop.
watching, they are all hip hop
hip-hop, but
artists,
like,
but they are using a
They like
live band.
performances.
So
Yes.
we should start. It
So
doesn't really
let's just
matter.
wrap up with the project.
Yeah.
Kweku Darlington, you dropped Onipa, Ocham Kwame family. You have a new one also.
Yeah, that is Go Slow.
They are giving us back to back.
Yeah, back to
right?
back
to
It's
back to
good.
back. Yeah.
What's the plan? What's the plan for the
Okay,
end
so
of the year?
I released Onipa, that was like 2 months ago, and
Yeah.
I have Go Slow right now, so I just want everybody to go patronize that song
Yeah.
for me. I mean, it talks about life, so many things.
Yeah.
So many things. So just go listen to the song for me.
True.
It's a message I have for the world.
Yeah, I was really impressed when I saw the Lakon. You had the song. Is that Ketesia?
Yeah, that
Yes.
was around last
Yeah,
year.
That's,
No, that
Lekon
song-
is my favorite guy.
You know that song. I
Oh,
liked
really?
it because
Oh,
of
that's nice.
the whole
Because of
twist
Bibi
and
Naija.
turns
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
song. It wasn't
yeah.
just one straight song. It was up and down and all the
Yeah.
twists there.
Yeah.
So congratulations to
Thank
you,
you.
and
Thank you so
wish you the
much.
very best. Sitso, what's up?
yeah. Luku is out there. I have a song. Luku.
No, but the Lukuluku,
Yeah.
when I heard, I had my reservations.
Me, we
It
have a
sounded
problem with-
Nigerian.
It sounded Nigerian.
Why- Okay. Okay.
I asked you, wait, I asked you, who do you feel? And what did you say?
Okay, you let him answer
let
that.
me
Let
tell
you
you.
answer that. In a minute, we've got.
I am an Afrobeat musician.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Afrobeat is a combination of high
life, yeah.
combination of Zouk,
Yeah.
Caribbean, whatever that it is. And
Okay,
when
so
you
that was
get
the part-
when you get the elements in
Yeah.
it, it is still.
But the
Afrobeat.
lyrics?
The lyrics is still English and Ewe. The lyrics is still English.
I wish you
and
could
Ewe.
play.
So everyone should just go on YouTube.
Yeah, go check
and
it out.
go
Look.
listen. That's
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
basically that is it. And some people think when you do high life, you necessarily have to do English account, English account, English account.
I mean, everybody's
High life is
expecting
not just English.
Okay, Sita,
You get what I mean?
what's up with lipstick?
Well, we are yet to release our new album.
Wow.
It will soon be out,
Okay.
and so just watch out. Lipstick Queens,
I can't wait to be on the album.
Yeah, I said it all. So if you go and you say, oh, let me wait, yeah.
So we're done with one album, so which will be out soon. But we were more focusing on the Western part of the world, and I mean US as well. So, but then we hope that it will do well in Ghana as well.
Okay.
We've been doing some tours in Europe.
Okay.
Looking forward to doing some tours, more tours, Europe, US, I mean across the world.
People, you get the fans when they see like all female band.
Yeah.
My
you
first time
see-
listening to them, I cried. Yeah, they're so good.
You see, in Ghana, in Africa,
A few seconds.
Sure, in Africa, and when it's women, oh, it's so nice. But when you go out there, women are doing it, so it's more of a challenge to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, today has been more information, education, and interesting. And we didn't even realize that it's almost.
Yeah, I didn't know it was almost like 1 hour already.
Yeah, you guys should be back again. We really, really appreciate you guys joining us.
Thank you.
I did with a show with Desi the Starboy Fading,
Yep.
Helen, Anyueja,
Right, you are
Helen K,
getting it right
and
now.
yeah, I'm getting it. And my name is Anayata Nobashi. Tomorrow we will be back. Up next is News Flash. Enjoy the rest of our programs.
Right.